Yeah, we in this bitch.
Always.
But yeah, man. Well, fuck it. It's all. I'm glad you're having a good day in the sense of being off them eddies and shit. Trent said, "I got them. What are you talking about? Candies, brownies? What we talking about?"
They're like the cherry blasters.
Okay,
It's something like that.
that's what's up.
They weren't like they're not super heavy, but like I've eaten enough of them.
I mean, that's the thing. I feel like with those, it's the quantity. Like you fuck around and have two, and you're like, and then your homie comes up and says, "Nah, you're only supposed to eat one." And then next thing you know, you're Alice in Wonderland in this bitch just tripping.
I forget who it was, but they told me a story about someone they the first time eating edibles, they didn't know any better. So they ate brownies until they felt something.
No. Yo, that's how you fuck around. That's how you mess around in Paris, bro. That's how you mess around in Paris.
You're straight up just like in the midst of the universe at that point, just like oh my God.
Hey, bro, that's what it is. Yo.
Like, I'm pretty heavy with this stuff, but like, man, that scares me. Just like, oh.
The unknown, bro. Or as rest in peace, Charlie Murphy, as he calls it, the abyss. Talking about every time he was kicking with Rick James and shit, talking about Rick wanted to go to the abyss. Rick dwells in the abyss. All that shit, bro. Shit, I'll be crying.
Yeah,
that's what it is, man.
I don't doubt it.
Especially like if you, just going back to if you don't know like the actual grams of herbs that are sitting inside of edibles you're eating, you gonna fuck around and just, bro. I'm all for the surprise edibles and shit. I'm all for it, but at the same time, that's how people can get fucked up. Everyone reacts differently.
You really got to give me a lot of them to fuck me up. Like, yeah, or just high-powered ones. That would be different. But like, also I've eaten a lot too. So like,
or the high-powered ones. Hey, bro, but that's what it is. Like, especially because, for example, say you're like some 6'4", 300-pound dude. Obviously, like the same edibles is not going to affect me like it's going to affect you and shit. Like your body has so much more mass. Yeah, exactly. So it's like you got to be able to suit up like you motherfucking Iron Man if you're a smaller dude like us.
It also has a lot to do with how much you've eaten beforehand too. Like I found, like if you have nothing in your stomach and that's all you put into your system, yeah, it's gonna be fucking.
Yeah, and then you fuck around and end up end up somewhere physically that you ain't meant to be. Like you fuck like if you get in your car, which is wild to be driving on edibles. What I'm saying, say you fuck around, get in your car, next thing you know, you're a whole city away, an hour and some change, just tripping and shit off the edibles. Like it's like almost on some like you don't even like recount for all the like time and shit like that. I don't know, man. It's a weird experience because it's for some reason it's so different from like the actual just puffing the herbs, bro, or vaping herbs. It's so different.
There's a reason for that.
Well, hey, I feel like in the event of you eating, ingesting, like what would you say? Like my guess would be bloodstream. Like the food hits your bloodstream differently.
So what happens is when you eat it, your liver produces this chemical. It's called 11-hydroxy metabolite. It binds to the THC molecules and it basically makes it way more psychoactive than it normally would smoking it because it's just a different way of absorbing it. Because where it comes with smoking it just goes into your lungs, and this is something produced by your liver, so it's through the process of digesting that this comes out.
Okay, shit. Well, you got something, bro. Hey, you learn something new every day, especially in the sense of like, our bodies are some weird motherfuckers, bro. Straight up. Yep, and that's just going into some next shit because it's like you have some dudes like, I mean, I'm gonna use a fictional character, but it is what it is. You got some dudes like motherfucking Buddy in the Avengers, Thor and shit. This guy out here just killing beer and shit. I'm a Nordic god and all that shit. All right, cool. And he don't feel shit. But then when it comes to like the Hulk or some shit, this guy be getting twisted. That don't make no sense to me, bro. And I'm only using these fictional characters because you see some real dudes in real life. Like we've all like gone to college parties and shit, bro. Where there's that one big dude on the football team. He just seems like he's a bottomless pit. And this guy's killing all types of alcohol to the point where you're like, bro, chill, yo. You taking all the drinks that the ladies supposed to be drinking and shit, bro. What are we doing? But He's, oh man, I don't feel it. I don't
Keg
feel
crushers.
it. Then you get a guy like me, 3 beers, all types of shots and shit, and I'm chilling after that. Fuck the bullshit, bro. They call me a lightweight, so to speak.
Hey man, I'm the biggest lightweight. Like I say it every time I'm at the pub. I say like because they always give me shit because they're like I'm on my third White Claw. Oh Trent, are you sure you want another one? Sort of thing. It's just like
yeah, I feel
motherfucker. I will smoke everyone in this bar under the table, but anybody can drink me under the table. It's not a contest.
No, but that's the thing, man. It's like fuck strengths and weaknesses, yo. You got to be able to identify yours, right?
Exactly.
That's the way I'm looking at it. You fuck around and because it's like, especially if it's gonna, that's what's gonna be the indicator of you having a good ass time or a buzzkill as fuck time. It's like, yo, but that's the thing too. Like, I'd rather fuck that. As far as preferences go, I'd rather always be off the herbs than the drink. But that's just me, man. I mean, fuck bullshit.
Bro, you get a lot. You get a
know?
lot more out of it. I find when you're hitting the weed than supposed to drinking a lot. Like the drinking a lot, you can have a lot of fun and meet a lot of people, but it's the after effects that are always fucked with me. Like I can speak for myself. Like if you've been drinking a lot, your brains are like just scrambled basically. Like your levels are all over the place. You're depressed. You're like, for me anyways, like if I drink a lot and like a couple days of drinking a lot, my brain's just fucked. I need to like sit and reset everything. Like I need to not drink basically because it's not good for you. It really isn't.
No, it's terrible. It's terrible. Not even in the sense of a judgment. It's more of just it's terrible in the sense of when you realize that your body's the type of body that does not react well to that. It sucks because, like you just said, it takes so long to recalibrate, bro. Like to get to a point where you're like, I feel like myself again. For me personally, it takes so long, bro, and it sucks too because it's like I feel like sometimes we put ourselves in situations that we probably shouldn't have. Like on some like when it's the herbs. Like, depending on how you're smoking. If you're puffing a J, halfway through the joint, you can be like, oh, shit, I'm high as shit. Put that out. But it's like halfway through a drink, you're not going to necessarily just pour the drink out and shit or put a drink in the fridge for later, like if it's beer and shit. So you fuck around and think, all right, fuck it, I'll just finish it. Or if you just started drinking and you realize, oh, shit, I'm not going to be able to handle this. But you still finish the whole drink. And it's like, bro, that one extra drink is the difference between you having a great-ass night and you throwing up in the bathroom for 7 hours.
Facts.
That's fucked up. But it's not even about the judgment. I'm telling you, it's more because, of course, you can green out and shit off the herbs too, but it just, in my opinion, it takes like a lot longer for you to get fucked up to the point of like being sick off the weed versus the alcohol.
I think that all depends on the person though, too. Like you're saying, like there's some people who are like, I know some people who if I gave them like a couple tokes off a joint, they'd be like fucking on the floor of a bathroom spinning out and shit like that. Like it just affects people.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like on the real side of the game though, it's like, and it's not even about the person themselves like being like, oh yo, you have some type of problem, but it's like sometimes I feel like unfortunately you have a prior condition. Granted, if certain things affect you, like mind altering to the point where you're like, I feel crazy, I'm spinning out, I'm gonna pass out, like those types of like severe effects. I feel like unfortunately you had to been like your brain was triggered in a way that's like, oh shit, I should not have this in my body. You fuck around and have a Tylenol and you can fuck around and perish. And it's like, god damn, like this is supposed to be something to thin out the blood and help my headache. It just sucks that our bodies are extremely wild like that. And they react super different to everything we ingest.
I couldn't even imagine trying to be like a doctor and trying to figure out all this, like learn all this shit. It's just insane.
Hey, bruh, but that's what it is. And that's the beauty of it because it's like, fuck, as savage as it is, they had to go through all types of unfortunate casualties before realizing, okay, we can use this one method to help or for whether it's a surgery or like some type of operation, whatever. You fuck around and go through enough people to find out, okay, this works on like 85% of people, and because it has that type of effective rating, we're gonna always use this method or whatever, right? It's like it's a weird process when you think about it, for sure.
The history of medicine is very, very dark, and there's a lot of like very sketchy shit they had to figure out to find this stuff out back in the day. So it's come a long way.
No, facts. It's like you fuck around and realize, okay, like even like just off some random shit. Like I had my like ACL ligament repaired when I was like 17, like in high school and shit.
You get a cadaver?
No, I wish, bro. It's one of those things where they split my knee, like like with the blade I'm talking about to insert like whatever tools they have to fix it. And then like maybe 2-3 years later, that same surgery is like just two very small like incisions in two separate parts of the knee instead of like cutting down like the middle of the front of the kneecap, like just basically making a big slice down the middle versus two little small incisions that look like you were pricked with like, you know what I mean, some type of needle. It's like shit, bro. But science be moving fast as fuck at the same time, depending on how you look at it or what surgeries I guess you look at it from. So it's shit. Kind of wild when you think about it.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Yeah,
Especially when you
man.
consider like one of the options was they get like a fucking ligament from a corpse and put it in your leg. Like, what the hell? Like,
hey,
how
bro,
is that? How is that real life?
and that's that wild shit because it's like you can fuck around and understand like whether it was from a deceased person, a potential animal, all that shit, bro. Like that's some scary shit when you think about it.
And it could
Fuck around
fail
and
too.
yes, and then at that point it's on super unfortunate because they've been sewed you back up. They've been fucking all right. Let's get them onto the rehab. Like in my case, bro, like from 0 to 2 weeks, like right when the surgery was performed to 2 weeks after it was performed, I was supposed to be doing movements with the like with my knee, like trying to start bending it because it was in a straight like cast, so to speak. And then like I was supposed to from 0 to 2 weeks, I was supposed to be bending it. I didn't move that bitch once from 0 to 2 weeks because I didn't even know. I didn't even know until I started doing the physio 2 weeks later. And then she's like, "Oh, I thought you got because I got a pamphlet in the mail, but I wasn't paying attention in that regard. Either way, I just look at it like, fuck, man. When I was basically 2 weeks behind, that 2 week gap is what it got me going because I was like trying to straighten my leg and shit. That shit, and when you haven't straightened your leg in like 2 weeks or some shit, that shit is nonsense. But I only imagine the people have to wear cast for like 7 months who actually like break a bone. I only tore a ligament. Some people break bones. They have to wear a cast for like 8 weeks or 12 weeks or whatever, and it's just like, oh shit.
Arms all think, fucking atrophied and whatnot.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the savage part. Because then it's like people say, "Oh yeah, I'm rehabbing." Bro, being a grown ass person trying to teach yourself how to walk again is unfortunate as fuck. When you're a kid, you at least can okay. Let me try. You're 7, 8 years old. You're like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna try to get my coordination back. But when you're a grown ass man, yo, that shit go hard. Because then you're stuck. Unfortunately, being babied and shit. That's why I'm glad it was just my leg opposed to like a real crucial like my back or something. Because then at that point,
neck or your head or something like that.
Yeah, bro. Because then at that point you're tripping. You're looking at it like, oh, yo, I gotta have somebody assist me as far as cleaning me, somebody to assist me as far as blah blah blah, and the list goes on, right?
Yep. You fuck your neck up, it's all over, man. Like Christ, I dislocated vertebrae in my neck. That was the worst week of my life. Like just brutal.
No, bro, and that's the thing too. It's like you fuck around and hurt your neck at a young age, you potentially have a chance of healing and potentially. But once you're a bit older and shit, and all the soft tissue membranes and shit that surround all the vertebrae and things like that starts to fade and cartilage starts to go on some technical shit. It's just like fuck. The human body's so strange, bro. And we be fragile, but we fragile. We be strong, but we be fragile at the same time. And that's what throws me the fuck off. We're so resilient, yet so fucking paper mache like. Fuck around and let you fuck around and get a twig in your finger, and you don't have tweezers to get that twig out, that splinter out. Oh my goodness gracious, bitch! Let it be your toe. Oh my goodness, your finger. You're like, all right, fucking, this is buzzkill, but at least I can try to maneuver without my hand touching something. You having to walk around on your fucking toe with a splinter in that bitch for the whole time. Oh my goodness.
Try breaking that toe. That's even worse.
Bro, them shits is terrible. Fuck the bullshit, Trent. Fuck the bullshit.
Breaking toes sucks so much. Like it literally alters your entire walking pattern just to try and accommodate for like the toes because you really can't do anything for them. Like tape them up the best you can, but even then, it's still like shit.
And it's that bullshit, Trent, too, that makes you think like for you to bust your toe, how like. I forget how much. It's probably over 100. They say it's like over 100 bones in one's foot. The fuck is that about? That's exactly the point. You're like, bro, for you to break 3 toes and understand that those 3 bones alter and fuck up 100 and some odd other bones and shit. Like the other 100 and some odd bones don't even matter because those 3 bones are not functioning right.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you think that our bodies are some bullshit too. I was on Instagram, bro, and I saw like somebody like it was like a picture of somebody who donated their body to science. It was just their blood cells though, and that shit looked crazy. Because granted, if it like legit was like, oh yo, these are the blood cells of a fully grown person who preserved their blood cells, that shit looked crazy, bro. Like, but it makes you think like, how the fuck did somebody go out of their way to extract all those blood cells to have them stay in contact with each other? That's that nonsense, bro.
I've seen the entire like what is it the nervous system, just the nervous system of an actual human being they pulled out of somebody and have it on display. Like it's insane and intricate. Like oh my god, like just the little like everywhere. It's insane. Just nerve endings and shit. Like it's crazy. Oh. Oh, you're muted, dog.
My bad, I'm tripping. Yo,
No
man, no,
worries.
I was just trying to, I'm saying to myself, damn, I was about to grab a sub from Subway, but my girl locked up the store early than a bitch. Like it's a strong 10 minutes until they're supposed to close. And she's like, nah. We shutting this bitch down right now.
Shit.
But yeah, man. No, it is what it is. But yo, man, I'm looking at it like life's a trip, G. Life's a goddamn trip. From the herbs to the motherfucking delicacy of one's body to the motherfucking strength of a motherfucker's mind. For those people who come back from neck injuries and like, no, I will walk again, and they fuck around and like walk again and shit. That shit is wild.
Oh yeah.
But it just makes you think. But on the flip side, even though I want to see if she. I'm a savage, Trent. I'll put my mask on because I want to see if she actually locked the door. Because them hoes turned off they turned off the open light and everything, bro. And like,
again, damn, they want to go home tonight.
Oh yeah, she said fuck the bullshit. Oh yeah, she locked that bitch. She said fuck the bullshit, bro. I'm trying to.
They saw you out there. They're like, no.
Nah, yeah, like nah. We're not gonna stay open. I don't know what this young man's plans are, but we're not staying open. Fuck the bullshit. Just like fuck the bullshit. But nah, man, like it's dope though, and like on some real shit, like hey, as long as we out here, like just on another note, as long as we out here, bro, seriously, like taking our time, doing our best to find what we trying to find out in this motherfucking thing called life.
Yep.
Not allowing certain bullshits of society to stop us, bro. That's all that we could do. I say all that to say, like, my sleep pattern's all fucked up, but not that matters. I'm saying it from the standpoint of like, when you're awake from like 1 a.m. to like 6, 7 a.m. and you're just tripping out, like going through the motions as far as like trying to be productive, whatever. And it's just, you go outside to blaze it down, and there's just a certain type of peace when you're outside doing your thing because it's so quiet. It gets you thinking, bro, straight up.
No doubt.
Have you on some next level shit.
I thought my sleeping pattern was erratic. Holy.
No, bro, and that's the thing that's fucked up because it's like, I'm just trying to look at it from a standpoint of I'm trying to do the most with my time, and it's like, I don't know, man. I just sometimes my brain be off-centered because like I'm thinking to myself, like just on some, it's not even about being negative or morbid, but just on some like, you think about life and you think about like, yo, man, let me try to like, what am I supposed to be trying to accomplish out this bitch? Am I even supposed to be looking for something to accomplish? Like, and beyond and so on and so forth. But it's like, it just makes you think like, I'm not trying to fuck around and get up out of here without doing what I wanted to do. Whether it's chilling with who I want to chill with, see my homies more, or whatever, see the ladies more, whatever. Just these would be the thoughts that we had. Like, I'm sure everybody they call it like them 3 a.m. thoughts or them 2 a.m. thoughts or whatever. I'm sure everybody goes through it, but it's like shit. That shit's been hitting me hard recently though, within like the last couple weeks. Got a brother thinking, you know.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Especially like as we're getting older too. It's just like we see like I hate to say we see like the end of it all, but it's just like we see like, okay, time's running out for us. We need to start having fun, sort of thing, do what we can right now while we can, sort of thing, while we still
No,
have our health, while we still, still have
that's what I was
our.
gonna say. That's it's wild to think about it for us being in our like late 20s or whatever, but yo, man, that's what it is. Like motherfuckers be out here. And
Mm-hmm.
it's dope to think about it though, like that people actually have like a sense of like, oh yo, man, like I want to make sure I have a meaningful, like a people be saying like, oh, I want to make sure I have like a meaningful existence, meaningful life, all that other shit, right? And actually honoring it, like actually being like, oh yo, man, I'm gonna make sure that my shit, like everything I do, there's some type of like importance to me. Not that it has to be some big grandiose motherfucking, yo man, I saved the planet. Fuck all that. In my opinion, it's more about just hitting motherfuckers over the head with your talent, doing the shit you like to do, that type of shit, bro. Fuck the nonsense. But yo, Trigger, I'm about to step into the store and get it popping and grab one too, yo. So on some real shit, you know what I mean? As long as you good mentally and shit, that's all we can, that's all we can kind of ask
Always,
for out
man.
here. That's all we can kind of
Really,
ask for
like
out
as
here.
long as like we've got our health and like things are relatively okay, like you can make do basically with what you got. That's how I look at it.
Fuck the, bro. That's what it is though, and that's the mentality a lot of us need to be having, and I'm glad a lot of us do. It's like, because of course we can sit there and understand, yo, man, life isn't perfect, and get down and all that about it, 100%. But on the flip side, we can understand, yeah, life's not perfect, but fuck, we can make it worth it, you know?
You use the cards you're dealt.
And that's what it is, bro. But yo, Trent, you already know it's all love. It's all love. I'm gonna hit you up on the flip side, and we gonna fuck around and let these people know what it is. To the people listening, yo, it's all love. I'm in a windy ass situation right now. My bad if you hear all the wind and shit, but yo, it's all love to y'all. And for me and my boy Trent, yo, we out here. I'm Graham.
I'm Trent.
And we fucking rocking, bro. Ultra Fly Talk.
Always.
My dog, yo.